Yo, peeps, I'm trying to keep my shit together. So, yesterday, I got up a little early, 5:31, and so I just checked my emails, any private messages I might have had on Engine Justice, and I got this one from none other than Marvel Studios, basically saying, your letter about Iron Man and plausible future Iron suits, like Iron Man suits for the military, Navy, kind of like what they did with the drones in Iron Man 2. Well, it got me a one-way ticket to Cali and a private screening with Stan the Man Lee of this. That's right. I got to see Iron Man 3 with Stan Lee. And the film was perfect. All the trailers and TV spots and toys and everything is really leading us to, little fucking Superman curl. That's my cigarette talking. Oh, it was just a blast. I got to meet none other than RDJ. Who is RDJ? Robert Downey Jr. It's an Iron Man related thing, so he was there. And I got a signed poster with Robert Downey Jr. He put a little joke, "Don't go with changing." And Stan Lee put, what's it called? Excelsior. May your hopes land in the highest of regards and recognition. Excelsior. Stan the Man Lee. So, basically, before and after the film, we all talked about Iron Man and my little essay, and yo, man, we talk about my little essay. Robert Downey Jr. said a lot of crazy, funny stuff. I think for YouTube, the joke he made about boxers and Iron Man boxers or whatever, based on a drawing he saw, might be a little too explicit, but it was funny. Oh, yeah, Iron Man pants. And it ended with, "Breeze did feel good on my boys, though." And he had an all-black outfit, and he actually wore 2 Iron Man hands from the new movie with the golden fingers. And he actually mentioned that, it's not that common that, celebrities or famous people get private screenings. I mean, on that merit, because of an essay. Stan? This is getting me all faint. He said, if you want to, you can contribute some stories for Marvel Now. And I got an advanced reading of the Secret Origins of Tony Stark. Now, I'll admit, coming into it as a hardcore comic fan, kind of leaving out DC and Vertigo, I guess with the exception of The Watchmen, I guess, everybody read that. It was like mediocre at best. It had a few high points. And a lot about Howard Stark, Tony's dad, that you either wouldn't expect or just wouldn't know. And, last time we all saw him, he was in one of those film reels in Iron Man 2. Talking about unlimited by the technology we have today. And that was in, I think the 60s. And, back then his grand master scheme was actually part of the layout of one of the Stark Expos. I think one of the things I decided to pitch was, could I make a cameo in a future film, Marvel Studios film, but, just a little, small thing like Stan Lee. And he said, I'll keep in contact. There's shit on my camera. And, we'll try to work something out. Phase 2 has a lot of need for extras. And, he said, do you have any acting training or martial arts training or stuff like that? Because they said a lot of the extras in Guardians of the Galaxy are going to be pretty physical. And, I said, I like to act. I like playing other characters besides myself. So, he pretty much said, can you do any voices on the spot? That's my bad, Stan Lee. Robert Downey Jr. was just staring at me, and he's like, what do you got, kid? So, I did Albert Wesker. Your technology, Mr. Starr, cannot keep up with my advanced DNA. Then I did Stewie from Family Guy. I think that it's quite funny because I don't watch the show a lot, but I pick up on the voice very quickly. There's also Roger from American Dad. No. I never rode the tricycle. And Robert Downey Jr., from the acting point of view, he said, it's rare that he gets to witness people go, from one character to one character to one character to one character. And just, be consistent. And he said that, if we have an open spot in the Avengers 2, extra or non, we'll try to put you in. He said there are a couple interesting faces that are going to emerge in, the Avengers 2 that haven't been given the opportunity to have a solo film. So, I have the potential to be not Days of Future Past, Avengers 2 as one of the heroes. But, it's like the end of Phase 2, and this is the beginning of Phase 2 with Iron Man 3. So, and they were talking about Guardians of the Galaxy and shit like that, so I definitely know way more now than I did before. Peace, Johnny. I don't know, it's just, I can't believe that happened. I mean, my two top idols, Stan Lee and Robert Downey Jr., same room, just chatting, shooting the shit. And now I have the opportunity to be one of the Marvel heroes. He's still in my heart, forthcoming down on the rains. Okay, that was just weird. Peace. See you later, baby.